Assalamualaikum and greetings to the panelists that will evaluate my final year project proposal. My name is Basyirah Binti Mohamed Ridzuan and my metric number is 264594. The topic of my proposal is the usage of eco-friendly product among UUM students, and my supervisor is Dr. Salma Binti Omar. This will be my outline that I will be covering on my presentation today. There are 5 chapters that I will cover in this presentation. Let us move on to chapter number 1, which is introduction of my topic, which is the usage of eco-friendly product among UUM students. Eco-friendly products are becoming an essential concern for the manufacturing sector, which will push the industry to increase its understanding of environmental issues and also to manufacture products that meet the consumer requirement. Eco-friendly refers to something that is beneficial for the environment and can also be defined as a product that does not affect the environment, whether they are made, used, or disposed. Environmental awareness is increasing worldwide. Many businesses have also adopted to the idea of greener production in order to reduce pollution and protect their scarce resource. Now, for the problem statement. As the well known, the eco-friendly product can be classified as product that can minimize harmful environmental impact, such as global warming. One of the main factors that eco-friendly product gravitates on the attention of the student because the selling price of eco-friendly product in the market are much higher than regular manufactured product. The cause on why eco-friendly products are usually more costly is because of the effect in the supply chain. Some companies that eco-friendly product produce need to do extra process in order to produce more eco-friendly product to the market. The making of eco-friendly product is not easy, so the company needs to take numerous procedures and spend high cost in making it. Furthermore, the lack of awareness in eco-friendly product and negative perception of eco-friendly product can be the sort of enlighten customer and build preferable product respectively. Next will be the significance of study. There are 3 significance of study that I focus on this research. Number 1 is to give an overview to UUM students on the level of usage toward buying and using eco-friendly product. Number 2 is help UUM students in order to save environment by exposing them to more eco-friendly product purchase. And lastly, the change norm, attitude and behavior is naturally rise to UUM student level of awareness. Now, for the research objective, there are 3 research objectives in my proposal. Number 1 is to investigate the level of awareness towards eco-friendly product among UUM students. Next is to investigate the level of eco-friendly product usage among UUM students. And lastly, to investigate the factor affecting eco-friendly product usage. The scope of study for my research is to focus on UUM students. So basically, various UUM students are being selected as a respondent in this study because to determine whether he or she actually know what is eco-friendly product really about. Moving on to chapter 2, we will be focusing on literature review. These are the outline of my literature review. There are 7 parts that can be analyzed in this topic. Number 1 is theoretical background. Theories of consumer behavior includes 2 areas that are consumer awareness and also cumulative alertness. The future consumer perception theory proposed that consumers recognize on how a product perception affect the outcome of their attitude. Such a theory relating to buying behavior includes general purchasing theory, culture purchasing theory, and also environmental purchasing theory. These 3 hypotheses describe on how customers choose to purchase goods and service. Purchaser would take a number of phases before making a buying resolution, and decision would depend on the data of the factors such as culture influence, attitude, and also environment-friendly aspect. According to Hill, John, and Scaling, a decent strategy regarding a waste management is important in order to accomplish preferable outcome over competitor inside a similar industry to gain profit. Next is eco-consumer preference. According to Lee, consumers need to adopt lifestyle and behavior habit to address the environmental friendly issue. Therefore, increasing consumer eco-preferences result in eco-friendly activities. The goal of eco-friendly consumer preference is to identify what is the potential customer approve and disapprove about eco-friendly goods and to understand the environment friendly and concern of consumer in the era market. Next is eco-friendly product awareness. So basically, eco-friendly product consciousness is changing the perception of consumer from diminishing conservative product utilization to endorse and selecting eco-friendly product. This article is by Suki, and this is closely related to consumer insight of eco-friendly product features. Although customer surveys has recorded growing level of consumer knowledge of environmental issue, accurate information of corporate environmental practice is minimal, which prevent customers from buying eco-friendly products. Furthermore, eco-friendly product purchase intention. Wynatt and Philip research shows that significant shift in all consumer purchasing behavior during economic pressure, which jeopardize the failure of huge financial institutions, and establish that price plays a major role in influencing the purchasing decision. Other than that, cost is ahead of economical eco-friendly product as a significant factor in buying decision. In context of company efficiency, organizations should concentrate not only on fiscal as well as environmental principles. They also should strive to create a sustainable solution between individual income and the world itself. Next is eco-friendly trade quality product. The quality and standard of eco-friendly product has a problem in relating with consumer awareness and confidence in the condition and worth of the product to be bought. These are the issues that consumer may assume that the product is low on quality as a result of being eco-friendly, and they may consider that the product is not even eco-friendly to begin with. Eco-friendly product adopt resolve in all issue previously stated in order to reassure that customer that they are behaving in their own interest and in the long-term interest. Now moving on to the factor motivate customer purchase in eco-friendly product. There are two articles that are related to this topic. Number one is from Jason, which he conducted a research on eco-friendly consumer behavior and found a willingness to curtail and adopt eco-innovation based on a customer value, standard, and also belief that can be the factor to motivate customer to purchase. Next is according to Stanhan and Robert, demographic and physicality factor can be used to explain environment consciousness consumer behavior. Moving on to the last part of the literature review, which is the benefit of eco-friendly product. There are two benefits that have been highlighted in this research. Number one is the sustainable towards the environment. Sustainable towards environment is all about discussing ways to live more greener, which means using resource in a way that to prevent the overall supply for the use in the future. So eco-friendly product best features are that they are practical and simplicity. Eco-friendly products have a high durability so that consumers do not have to worry about the product will run out. The next part is personal, moral, and fair trade. Besides being the natural material of the biodegradability, most of the eco-friendly products are not tested on animals, and this can be aware that the products are not made of animal-driven ingredients. Moving on to chapter number 3, which is the research methodology. The research methodology that I use for my research is quantitative analysis. The research design is to collect data from UUM students in order to know whether they know what is eco-friendly product or not. Data collecting method for my research is by using survey, which is questionnaire, by online method that is Google Form. Next is the statistical analysis, which is SPSS, which is a software that used in analyzing and examining the result. The sampling is only targeted in UUM students. So the sampling size is eligible for UUM students that are 18 to 25 years old and registered user of Google Form and live only in Malaysia. The data analysis process for my research is shown in the illustration. So basically, the analysis begins with identifying the problem statement for this research and then formulating research question. Based on the research question, theoretical sampling and question for the questionnaire are prepared. The collection of the data is done through the questionnaire from Google Form and grouping the data with the constant comparison. The similarity and outline respondent through the category of data is finally exposed the relationship with the category of the thoughts and in related to the research question and objective. We will go on chapter number 4, which is data analysis and the result. Next up is demographic frequency. Now I will mention the highest frequency for each question. So for the gender, most of the female answer the questionnaire. Next is for the ethnicity, which is conquered by Malay students. And next is the age are from 21 until 23, and most of the respondents are from COB school. And the question that been asked is whether they will purchase eco-friendly product in the future, and the answer is yes for the majority. Now for the descriptive statistic AVA1, which is the level of awareness of using eco-friendly product, has the highest mean in this questionnaire, which is 4.1713. Meanwhile, AVA2 is for the level of usage, and DVA1 is for the factor of using eco-friendly product. So this shows that level of awareness is the most peak element in this questionnaire. Now moving on to the Pearson correlation coefficient. As you can see, the level of awareness and the level of usage increase accordingly to the factor of usage. The more level of awareness and usage are occurred, the more factor can be found. This shows that my objective is achieved by seeing the Pearson correlation coefficient. There were two hypotheses that were made in this research. Number one is there is a relationship between the dimension of level of awareness and factor usage toward eco-friendly product, and yes, this hypothesis is approved by viewing my data. Next is there is a relationship between the level of usage and also the factor usage towards eco-friendly product, and also this hypothesis is approved. Last chapter for this FYP presentation is chapter 5, which is the discussion and recommendation. To sum up this research, if eco-friendly products are to be promoted as rising tide of the long term, the emphasis should be on ethical product and marketing, because shifting consumer preference influence company research and development in the product. It is the customer newly discovered interest in eco-friendly product that should be stimulate business leader and to refocus on their effort and devoted resource and to determine on how they can harness this new and potentially competitive advantage to increase company bottom line while satisfying their customer base. Eco-friendly product provider must understand on how to improve their operation in order to raise customer awareness, particularly among UGM students. The limitation of the study is that it is hard to get information and data since all of the survey and questionnaire are distributed online. And eco-friendly product is a new term for the worldwide, so basically some of the students don't really have the knowledge in what is eco-friendly product are really about. This is the recommendation that I can give to the future researcher. Number one is they can conduct the research involving more students from other universities to get their perspective on this topic. Next is UUM should sell more eco-friendly products so that the UUM have variety choices product to be purchased. And lastly, UUM students can include branding and cost as a variable in this research to be conducted in the future. That's all for me. Thank you for watching. I hope the viewer gets something out of my presentation. Thank you again.